for I think like 3 in-game days, but months and months.
Hey,
So-
shit, boys, I gotta update Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah. So who'd want to beat up
Crisis.
in a game of chess for the tournament?
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
who was it that asked about Among Us? We should try to coordinate some kind of Among Us D&D game. I think it'd be fun. Yeah.
I mean, we can also just play Among Us. Jack and Holly were in a game
I was
with me.
asking about Among Us.
No, it's gotta be full
Discord.
roleplay. You gotta have the character sheet and a backstory.
Yes.
My name is Father of Two. I have 2 kids.
You know, Father or Two is super sus.
My name is Blue, but I'm wearing a red jumpsuit. Blue is sus. Yeah, Blue is sus.
I like to make my name Imposter.
Weak meme.
Super edgy.
Weak meme.
Weak
No.
meme.
No, totally not the imposter. I mean,
No, just Imposter. Because that way
Okay.
people are like, Imposter's the imposter. And I'm like, no, it can't be.
Weak meme. The
is that your name, Ben? Weak meme?
Oh no, my name is either Dad or it's a color, and then I don't choose that color.
You see, my name I went with was Jack when I was playing with Ben and his friends, and my objective was never be imposter because I was never the fucking imposter.
When he was, he disconnected.
Exactly. Like the game.
Fuck this.
No, the game literally just dropped me, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, him and Holly at the same time.
Yeah. And we're on different PCs.
Near the end, you were doing alright.
When the game drops the imposter, is that like really not fair?
Oh, dude,
'Cause then
no,
it's
like I
one
basically,
against 9.
we were doing great, and then he dropped, and then I was like, I'm on my own, and there's still like 7 people alive.
Okay, now I'm joining.
As am I. And I'm in.
So, I'll be playing this session on the 65-inch Samsung QLED in the living room.
Man, you didn't go with an OLED.
Dude, so we would have bought an OLED, but there wasn't one at the fucking store, and we didn't want to wait. But there was a Samsung QLED, which...
What the fuck is a QLED?
So it's quantum LED, but it's still LED
it's a
backlit.
hybrid. It's a hybrid technology.
But it's still backlit LED.
It gets better contrast than any other non-true OLED technology on the market, and it costs about $2,000 less.
Whereas the OLEDs are true.
Yes, each pixel is an LED.
Yeah.
But the motherfucking contrast on this thing is ridiculous to the point to where if you feel like you really need the OLED, you just like have too much money, like, to be honest.
Yeah, so I'm buying an OLED when either Black Friday or what is it? Prime Days starts.
Yeah. So if you look at them both side by side in like Costco or whatever, there is absolutely a difference. But if you look at them individually, I don't think you would be able to tell a difference if you like looked at one like 1 week and then one the other weekend. Like, I don't think you'd be able to like be like, oh, one was like fucking crazy. Like,
But when you have a girlfriend and she's like, you know, you should just go with this, and I'm like, okay.
Holly seemed nice. He seemed like a nice lady.
If she ever hops up, or if she starts listening to the stream tonight, she's gonna kick my ass later when she feels better.
Yeah. Hey man, you gotta hold on to that money, man.
Alright, well, I got 4 people in here. I got confirmation that Jar exists because
He might be downloading the thing.
yeah, but he could be in the chat.
Remember, he has to connect through his phone to VPN to you.
That's good.
Oh my god.
Do not know how Jar works.
The jankiest fucking
Here.
connection.
What's his
God,
ISP is?
30, which is exactly the time he is supposed to get here.
he starts booting everything up at that time.
Wait, we're on the wrong map. This is the old map.
There is no map.
We're still in the cave, dude.
I'm nowhere.
Eschlik and Walter and the bird are still in the cave.
Which we will be until he puts our tokens on.
And I'm still outside of the farm.
No, you're not. I slap Boris. Boris, wake up! You're dreaming.
Oh.
We're on a cart headed back to the city. Come on now.
Or you're saying Boris should play me in chess.
Oh yeah, Matt, play him in chess real quick. Speed chess.
Speed chess, excuse me?
Yeah, go play against Jack in chess.
Is that in the Discord?
No. I mean, yes. No.
No, I have to.
Here, quick. Let's do this. We're one game, and if he's not in the chat by the time that ends, then we'll just start without him. And, because, I know I know what we're doing today.
Chess. What do you get, like 4 seconds
Man,
to turn?
I think I know what you're doing today.
This is 15:10.
All right, somebody better start a stream so I can watch
Yeah, I
the
wanna watch
utter
this.
destruction
Jack,
that's about to occur.
I want to see Jack's stream.
Yeah, give me a sec. Matt actually about to have to.
So I made chicken ramen, but I put sesame oil and peanut butter in it.
Weird.
I don't know. It's like almost like Thai soup now.
You know what I like? I like beef ramen with lots of pepper.
Wait. Pepper or like Carolina
Yep.
Reaper pepper?
No, like crack, black pepper.
Oh. So me and Ben like it with Carolina Reaper pepper. Ben made curry and he put some of my fresh Carolina Reaper and ghost pepper flakes in it, and he said he almost made it inedible.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Barely edible.
Dude, there.
Your food.
When I lived in California, I used to go to my friend's house in Santa Monica, which is near a place called Koreatown.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of ramen places there, and there's this one ramen place where they had the what they call the hottest ramen in the world, and the bet is if you can sit down and eat an entire bowl of their hottest ramen in the world in 30 minutes, it's free.
That doesn't. A free bowl of ramen doesn't seem like a great prize. Ramen's
Not for that, no.
Yeah, I want like a T-shirt out of it. Like I eat the hottest fucking ramen in the world.
I mean, you did.
I'm already gonna eat the ramen. I'll pay $15 for
But-
more ramen. Like I don't
you-
give a fuck. I have
You,
money.
you did get your picture taken and they posted it on the wall, but I'm telling you, the broth, it was black. It's like the color of blood, black red. It was really scary. I never tried it.
Hey, when's this game start? You gonna play this, Matt?
Yeah, if somebody invites me.
You already got an invite.
There's a
Where?
link in the channel.
Yeah, link in Discord. Clickety, sign up.
Oh, I'm on Strahd Milestones, not on General. Okay. I'm like, what?
Stroud milestones.
This day, and on this day, Matt learned that there's a general chat.
Play as guest? Okay, wait, are we playing?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in. Ooh, look at that gambit. Appears White's already in retreat.
It's just got dancing horses.
I mean, if you want to talk, White's like really behind in development.
Oh, it's all part of the strat.
This is strategy.
Yeah,
We're playing Stratego. I forgot. My bad.
Strategery.
Oof.
This is for a level, by the way. So
It's for a level.
Yes,
Yeah.
Matt, if you win, I will give you a level.
I don't know what that means.
I'll let you
Actually-
level your character.
A level in
That's
D&D.
bullshit. No. Fuck you. That's like actually bullshit.
All you gotta do is win.
Jonathan's been winning hard. I think the only one that hasn't played yet is Whiffing Star. We've all made our way through the tournament, and
I haven't done this either.
oh, you haven't played? But you're the GM. You don't. Yeah.
well, if Ben wins, we all lose a level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if anyone beats him, then like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Oh! A short moment of indecision from Black.
That's the first time I've ever seen him second guessing.
Wouldn't say I'm really second guessing. I'm just debating where I wanted to move.
Garrett's commentary, though, is priceless.
Top notch. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I'm an expert chess commentator. You
Combinator.
you should all know this.
Yep.
I'm an
Why
expert- I'm an
commentator?
expert denominator.
Yes.
Very good at
Like-
fractions.
He likes Y commentator.
Y Combinator.
That recombinator.
Oh, there's so much complexity in Black's board state right now.
Oh, that's a dare if I ever saw one. Oh, dare taken, and that's check. Oh,
Checkmate. No, not quite.
Almost.
how's White gonna handle this pressure?
You can't castle out of check, can you?
There's
No,
only
you
one
can't
thing
castle
can do.
through check or out of check.
Oh wait, fuck. That's my king. I thought my queen was on the right.
Your king,
Oh, come on.
your queen
You
is
can't-
always on her color.
You can't use the P's
True,
excuse.
that's true. The queen is always on her own color.
Okay.
Okay, but it's fucking white and green. There's no green pieces on here.
But you're right.
You can change the board colors as well. You can also change
Oh
like
yeah,
the
it's
board.
blue on my side.
Yeah, because I'm doing blue and white.
Oof.
The important thing is it's always white and a darker color.
Yep.
Mm.
Matt, it's okay. He's like a championship chess player.
No, not even.
No, like he's actually a champion chess player. Like he was like second in North Carolina, and like he like won state basically.
Wait, North Carolina is like what? Like 48th in education?
No,
Right in
that'd
front of
be
South Carolina.
No. You're talking about South Carolina, not North Carolina.
need to somehow
And-
enable pre-move here.
And it's second because don't forget Mississippi.
There's also Alabama.
North Carolina is currently 25th, so right in the middle. South Carolina is 43rd. Alabama. 50th.
Alabama and I think Mississippi are like the
New
two
Mexico,
worst.
where I was born, is the second worst.
Hey,
Then
New
he made his way
Mexico.
all the way up to 46.
You were born in New Mexico, Ben? I didn't know that. I was too.
I was born in Albuquerque.
Santa Fe. My little brother still lives out there.
Oh, I got family out there, but I never talked.
Oh, we'll
Uh,
play that game, Bo.
How long did you live in New Mexico?
It's hard to say, honestly. We were in the military. My dad was a military guy, so
Ah.
we moved a lot. So the first bunch of years of my life were kind of a blur. At least 4. I think.
Okay.
Good game.
Overall, at least 4, maybe 3.
So you don't really remember. Oh, hey.
Yeah, because
It's mate in one.
it
Wait,
seems
why doesn't
like
it tell me I'm in
when I was a
check?
child, but it was probably
It
like
does.
yes.
It says
Where?
Queen F3 plus. The plus means check.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not fucking used to reading the goddamn G code of chess.
A hashtag or pound would be mate, and it's one move from mate.
Oh yeah, I see. I will say it is fun watching Jack just crush everyone he plays against.
So what? The only move he can make here is the rook, right? To
Yes.
E2. Yeah.
Yeah, this fucked me up because I literally thought I was reversed to start.
I mean, we can play again. I don't mind.
The king looked like the queen to me, and the queen looked like the king, and I didn't even look at the colors.
Did anyone else notice that Jack has like 1300 elo?
It'll keep going up.
Well, yeah.
That's neat.
First of all, I think it's bullshit that it goes up when you play against friends. That should be
Is that
elo should be
actually-
calculated in random match, in my opinion, only. But what? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's actually the only move. Which
The only
I
move
thought,
is rook.
I thought I could take your rook, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you're in check, and then you have to move out of check, but I can't answer check with a check.
No, you cannot.
No, yeah,
You have
can't
to
put
admit-
yourself in check. Yeah.
You have to deal with the immediate threat, which is you're in check. So
Okay.
you would have to do.
Because I thought
Because see, if
I
you
thought
took
I could
his,
put you in check, and then your next move you had to move out of check. and
No.
you couldn't take it.
No.
You
no,
couldn't win.
no. See,
No.
because if you did take his rook, his next move would take your king, and the game is over.
Yeah.
Right.
Plus, I also have this bishop defending.
Oh,
It would be bishop takes e8. But your only move is rook e2.
Yeah.
And then I do
that's what I'm thinking.
queen takes e2 checkmate.
Right. Or F1,
It's over.
right?
No, it's. I mean, I can do f1, but I can also just do this to.
Oh,
finish
okay.
it. Either one works.
All right, guys. Good game. Let's go ahead and get started before we lose ourselves in more of this spaghetti.
It's okay, Boris. It's hard to play chess on a moving wagon.
Oh, I show you a way.
So, last time, after you have all gone ahead and made your way to the Flandins farm and accepted their job, you eventually went over to the McCaffreys, where, through some investigation, you discovered the pale horse that had been making its residence there. You defeated him, and afterwards, you freed the young girl Sophie, the McCaffrey's daughter, who had been imprisoned within this dark horse, and was the only member of the farmstead whose location is currently known. She imparted upon you all information that would lead you to go look for her father's cellar out in the cliffside by the farm. You encountered a corrupted child of Gaia, along with several blights, engaging them in combat and eventually dispatching them. Eschlik discovered the entrance to the secret cellar, and you discovered that the father was running a secret business, selling inert but still technically illegal paraphernalia for various religious deities, none of which any of you recognized.
Were you going to update or not? I don't know if anyone else, but I can't connect because yours says your version mismatch.
Everyone's updated.
You need to update.
I am updated. Yours, it says yours is old.
That's weird because we all updated. And we're all
Let me refresh then, because mine gave me that same thing Nick said, where, you know, new version. But I've had it up for a while, so maybe if I just back out and try again. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it said the network version changed, so I thought maybe this was my lucky day or something.
Yeah, I'd click update one more time. Maybe they put out another one or something. You know, the initial deployment and then they fixed it. You know,
Okay, I'll just
that old game.
continue.
I'm gonna ask that you put push to talk on because I can hear a lot of things repeating.
Clinkety clinkety.
I can also hear myself
I
talking
thought
on the
my phone
TV.
was on. I thought my phone was on freaking push to talk. My bad.
So continuing on that way, where was I? You discovered the father's secret cellar and his secret business, as well as an axe, which Sophie had told you that he had come in to grab before he made his way out. looking disheveled and panicked. You found that behind that axe was lodged into a false wall, behind of which there was a bag of various items of intrigue, including a scroll and an oil, and several other goodies that could be used to aid someone in a tough spot. You returned with Sophie to the Flandons, where a heated exchange ultimately ended with the party spending the night in the barn, where Jeb told Walter that he could not only see their stalker, but recognized him. Eventually, morning came, and
I never questioned Jeb how he knows Jarg.
I don't believe so.
Okay,
It's a
lost
change.
opportunity.
So he, the Flandons went ahead and gave you a letter signifying the completion of at least what you had signed up to complete. While in your bags, you have proof of completing much more as you make your way back towards the outer wall of the city of Airfell. So, as you make your way in the later morning, you find yourself riding back through the countryside, passing various farmers and rows of vegetables, and it is clear that there is a celebration starting, because people there are other carts on the road of various like vegetables and like decorations and all sorts of things, and people and families riding along towards the city, as today is the first day of the One Sun Setting Festival. So as you guys make your way up,
Do we know what the Long Sun Setting Festival is all about?
yeah, let me look at my
It's
notes.
about a long setting sun, I think.
You know,
So
the
it's
sun.
like-
It sets. It's very long.
It is
An equinox.
It signifies, more or less it signifies the beginning of the fall season, or the approaching end of the summer. At the end of the month of Long Sun, which is basically like August.
Right on.
So
Any particular festivities we would be familiar? I mean, is there a parade?
so this is a tradition. It's more prevalent in Airfell and in Dullum than it is in Felden or up north. But it's basically the first day you can expect to find various vegetable-related competitions, as well as like games of skill and street performers
Wait.
and food.
Did you say vegetable-related competitions?
Yes.
Oh, you got my
Vegetable-related
attention.
competitions. And on the second day, they generally there's more desserts. There's shows rather than puppet shows and little theater performances. And then there's livestock competitions. And there's usually like a tragic play, like a campy tragic play that'll end the end of the night. Both of those nights are filled with intense drinking at the end of the day. And on the third day, generally it's just drinking all day. Everyone just getting sloshed, and that is the day that they are hosting the tournament that you agreed to participate in for a chance to win some prizes.
Excellent.
But as you make your way towards the southern arch, or the southwest archway, it's a bustling day. There's numerous carts coming in and out, vendors and performers, and families just ready to go. Let's just start the festivities and have a great time as you make your way into the city. You see the beginning of these festivals, and there are people. There's all sorts of stuff going on. There's like banners and ribbons and like different like vegetables just like that have been hollowed out and have had like candles or just ornaments just all over the place. It's a time of celebration, and people are taking to the streets to celebrate what is basically the end of the season. On the street, there's you on your way to where I assume you guys are heading over to the what's it called, to the academy, to turn in your job. On your way, you would see numerous like small performers. You'd see like people like breathing fire and like juggling swords. You could pass probably lots of vendors who are selling various like foods on sticks, like just strange things. You're pretty sure you hear a town crier calling out that the summer squash carving competition will be taking place in 2 hours. And giving you the direction towards that. As you pass, as you go to the tree, and it seems like a lot of the festivities they're centered closer around the circle, the downtown area, and that leaks towards the academy area, and that's where most of this stuff is happening. And as you pass through the circle to get to the academy, you notice that all of these things going on, it's much more dense, and you see different games and competitions. Like there are children who are like using slingshots to shoot targets, and people throwing sandbags over the back of their head, and all sorts of other like little party games, and little prizes are being given out, and people who are already had too much to drink, even though it's like midday, it's like 12 o'clock.
There better be a three-legged race.
That's very likely something you'd be seeing, and more specifically, it's something that people who are just already too drunk seem to be doing, despite there being no competition for it.
It's an impromptu three-legged race.
Yeah. We'll do that later, brother. Why don't we go get paid, and then we'll have more money for the games.
You make your way over to the grandiose site of the Griffin Academy. And as you hit your cart and you go inside and you make your way up to the window to where the taskmasters sit, there it is more bustling at the academy this day. There seem to be more people. Maybe not. It seems to be kind of a tourism time during these festivals, where people like to show off their different gear and stuff, and the different advancements that have been made in products that the people are trying to hawk onto hunters. And as you pass by, there are some people who like call out to you, hey, you want to see some cool stuff? But they're trying to sell you some kind of crossbow or some kind of trap. And as you make your way in, you see that there are more hunters here than normal, or what you assume to be hunters, of various levels and various decked out in different gear from all over the continent. And as you make your way up, you don't have to wait long. They have more than last time you were here. There was like one window open, and now there's all four of them are open. And you make your way up to one. Just one person in front of you accepts his payment and leaves, and you can step up. And who's going to go ahead and start talking?
Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Hello. And behind the counter, you see what looks to be a grizzled old halfling man with kind of like an eye patch on his right eye.
How can I help you?
Nice to meet you. I'm Walter. We're the Hunters with No Name.
Hunter, all right. Cool. But your name is Walter.
No, that's me. The Hunters here, we're working on our group name. We do have a number here. How about oh gosh, what is it? It's AC 13. We've got a contract out, and we've got proof. I hold a bag with the horse skull parts in it.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
And also I've got a signed letter here, and give him the letter we got from the farm.
This is what I'm looking for. He grabs it. Follow me, and he leads you back towards the. He goes back. You know where to go at this point. That there's a little door that you can walk in, and he kind of leads you in. Like, I say, AC, so it means that this is probably one of your first things. So we're just gonna go through the motions here. Like, leads you back to the same room to where he gave you the debriefing.
Can you release Corvus? I think I'm working again. I can load in again. So this network update fixed that shit.
There you go.
So far, we'll see. But I actually am able to download and get in.
Awesome. So he leads you back there, and he sits down at the desk, and he opens up the letter, and you see like it's funny because you saw this little halfling guy, and you saw an eye patch, and when he sits down to read, he lifts the eye patch and starts squinting, and he's got 2 functional eyes, and he's not on a boat or anything, so there's no reason for him to have an eye patch. Maybe it's just a fashion choice, but he starts reading it, and he starts squinting really hard at the paper after he like looks up, he looks at all of you and like raises an eyebrow.
Wait here for a moment. This is a little out of my pay grade.
And, like steps
Hey, whoa, hey, before you leave, bud. What do you mean out of your pay grade? What's going on?
It's just one moment, and he like opens the door. He doesn't even leave. He just opens the door, and he like,
Vidalia!
Well,
Hey!
Walter,
You hear
be
a-
sure you tell them about the other things we killed too.
and you hear a
yeah.
woman like, what? And you see,
Per se, do you know if Chapter Master Flint is currently in the office?
she's like, yeah, I think so.
Could you go get her? But these fellas over here, they went on that one she didn't want to sign off on, and they found some crazy shit.
All right. She and then you watch as like across the doorway, this young lady walks by, and he goes and like backed over to the desk and just says,
We just gotta wait. This is she can explain more.
and you
Yeah,
find-
it was quite a dangerous fight, I must say. We barely didn't get out.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm glad to see that some new talent has not died.
Yeah,
He gives you a smile and he gives you a
me
thumbs up.
too. I returned it.
Oh. And a few moments pass by, and this is the first time you've probably noticed it, but because you didn't really spend any time just sitting in this room before. But on the back wall, behind him, there is a portrait, like a painted portrait. There's a couple of them, but the one that catches your eye in the very center has the name Flint, F-L-Y-N-T, like engraved at the bottom, on a metal plate. And the picture you see, as I share it to you, so as I share it to you, oh, this sucks. Okay, there we go. It's just a single picture, and there's like no backdrop. It's just, and except for it kind of looks like a cave, but you see this character on it. And how do I share this? There we go. You see this picture. And a few moments go by.
Do we know who that is? Oh, we know
That
that.
is
Okay. Yeah. I just meant like, is she famous? Our characters know her.
She is the woman that you talked to. This is a much more battle-ready picture of her, but this is the woman that you were talking to when you signed up for the tournament. And it
okay.
is who he asked for the young lady to go get. And after a minute or two, you hear the sound of boots walking through the hall, and the sound of like chain jangling, and this figure appears, hood down, decked out in very similar armor to what's in the picture, and wearing what seems to be the same cloak. And she walks in.
All right, James. How can I help you?
She looks at all of you. I remember you.
Yeah, sorry.
You're the one who killed a griffin.
We did kill a griffin. That was
That's nice. That's good.
Yep. It was cool. You know, yeah, quite scary. This last one though, much scarier, and I show her the skull of the dark horse. Also,
Like face when you show her face instantly, the smile fades like instantly.
Yeah, it was not good.
She looks over at James. She like snaps a couple times, like puts her hand out, like walks over to him, and he hands her the note that the Flandons had written for you, and just and like kind of like and he gets up and like lifts through the chair, and she like sits down and starts reading it. She giggles a little bit too. Oh wow, you guys are just great at making friends, aren't you?
Oh, we are. I've also got the contents of what I'm calling witch bags. They're kind of hex bags. I showed her one of those. And then also there's this, well, all I know is it's some kind of Heart of Gaia, but it seems to have been quite corrupted.
Yes, and those bags, I pulled them out of horse neck.
Yeah, it seems somebody was trying to turn horses into bad things.
She flips through it, and she puts it down. She like puts her hand on her head. She like scratches it, and she just like strokes her chin, looks up. Show me all these things that you found.
On the table right here in front of you. They gesture towards them.
she like runs her hand over this skull. You said, where did you find this?
In horse neck.
It was at the farm. Wait, the Flanders? No, the Morgans? The Morgan farm.
McCaffrey's, I believe.
Yes.
The nice bearskin rug.
Where's that? What?
What?
Anyways, what? No, I mean specifically, how did you come about this skull?
Well,
what is it?
We had the report of a missing person, so we went to check it out. And, as we were searching the house, it's completely abandoned, by the way.
This is
that horse just
dead horses.
Yeah, that's true, Boris. That's right. But then, it just came right through the wall at us. It was scary. I'm going to use a little profanity here. I hope you don't mind. Scary as fuck.
Yes. First, we kill horse. We kill dark horse. Then it come back to life. Then we kill again.
That's a good description. Don't forget, it also was kind of like phasing through shiny surfaces, mirrors, and pictures on the wall. It was quite
I
an ordeal.
died. I was bleeding out in the house. It was bad time.
And I gotta tell you, Ariella, that's only the beginning.
He looks over at the halfling. James, why don't you go back to your post? I'm gonna have a discussion with these new hunters that have esteemed our presence and brought us some great things today.
Hey, about that, Ariella, I don't know if we're at Aurelia, sorry about that. I've only ever seen your name written. I don't think we're full hunters officially yet. Maybe that's something you could help us with.
She looks down at the paper. You do have a tag, so I believe you could be calling yourself hunters, and we can discuss that in a minute. I'd much rather continue discussing what you found at this McCaffrey farmstead.
Yes, we kill horse. We kill second horse. Lady come out. Can't see.
Let the kind lady ask her questions, Boris.
So, the way I understand it, I remember getting this. I did not wish to send anyone out there. There was not enough information. We deferred it to the guards, and they went out there, and they came back saying there's some strange things afoot, that they couldn't get into the barn, that they felt something watching them, and little pussies. So they left, and they brought it back to us. So I decided I would send out a weak team. It was not my belief that there would be anything of sinister, but she looks down at this skull that you brought her.
Yep, that one's pretty sinister.
Very sinister. Very sinister.
So, are any of you trained in the arcane?
I mean,
well, Some of us, yes.
I am trained in almost anything.
Good to know. She does a double take and looks at your face, like your mask, like curious. So there are various schools of magic that everyone knows about, and the means about which one accomplishes learning these spells and performing them can vary, from divinity to arcane studies to nefarious gifts. There is a type of magic called umbromancy that originates from the province of Dolam, long before the age of the Faerland kingdom. Various creatures, such as the Dark Horse, are known to be created through these darker magics. And it is, luckily for you, very profitable to find things and bring them back that could provide insight to the Arcanatoria on these.
Yes.
Well,
Which is why, but it's also a school of magic, a type of magic that is very much illegal to perform in this country or in this province of Airfell.
yes. Speaking of which, I did find this scroll, and I show her the scroll of receding shadows.
She touches it. She grabs it.
That sure seems like some kind of umbermancy messing with the shadow and such.
And we also found all the religious artifacts as well. Very cultish, heretic artifacts.
I will have investigators go look into that. Umbermancy is not necessarily a cultish. It's not necessarily involved in any single cult. It's very much a very wide range of magics that are poorly understood by the academics, and thus
Brother Corvus is just like looking around completely. Don't know anything about that as a shadow monk. Just minding my own business over here.
That's a good point, actually. She doesn't pay any notice, but she does slide the scroll back over to you, Walter. I don't personally see any. I've read this. I'm not familiar with this particular spell, but this one does not seem to be of interest to me. I don't believe I could get any. I don't believe the school could get any money for something.
What is the spell?
So the spell that was found was the Scroll of Receding Shadows, and Walter could tell you what that does.
Yes,
I copied it into my spell.
I
Actually,
would, in fact, even. Are you going to copy it into your spellbook?
I believe I already did, right?
All right. I don't
Last
remember
night.
you were going to the other night, but if you do, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes time and gold. So I think
You have
right there. Yeah, you need time and money.
Right. And I.
But
and
would it be anything that I would understand as a shadow monk? I mean, if it's not a
Be right back, guys.
the spell itself
it's not a
is
standard 5e, then I don't know what schools it has, but
it
I
is,
can cast like
I believe it's abjuration. But I could be wrong.
yeah, but what spell list would it appear
it
on?
would
Because I have
be-
like darkness, dark vision, pass without trace, silent, things like that. Shadow
It
shit.
would be like
That's kind of and I am shadow touched as a feat as well. So
Oh man.
So, actually, knowing based on your background and what you've and where you're from, you actually would also have some notice of this, but would be less informed on the specifics of this form of it. You would know a fair bit about the existence of Umbromancy based on where you're from and also the religious organization that you were a part of. And a lot of what you do, there is some connection between umbromantic forms of umbromantic practices and what you do. But what is considered to be unromancy is
We're a branch.
lines of is a more sinister form of what you
Right. We're like cousins. We're
It is related, but what you do would not be considered outlawable.
Yeah, you steal like gum from the liquor store, and they like break into people's house.
To break their legs.
Well, like I said, I have the shadow touch, so I mean, I think if it's shadowy, I'm a shadow monk that's shadow touch, so I think shadow things like, and you said it's
That's
like
a really good point.
I feel like I'm a pretty shadowy dude. Like doing with shadows, I feel like it's totally my bag, baby.
No, be honest, I had not thought of that as a DM, and I actually will give that some thought, and there might be some room to give you some stuff for that. But I'll have to get back to you after this session on that.
Yeah, no worry. I just thought you were talking about shadow magic. And I'm like,
really good
okay,
point.
that's my jam.
So really continues.
We need the money.
Little boy Blue. Well, he needed the money.
So she goes, she like takes out a key, and she sticks it into like one of the drawers on this desk, and she pulls it open, and she starts fingering in. So, help me to help you. You are all very new, based on your asset tag and what I've read here, based on how you've you handled the people there. Which, well, to you can handle your clients any way you want. It doesn't fucking bother me. But
Hey, whoa, hold on. What happened here? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
it's fine. But, anyways, there's a lot of money to be earned here. And I'd like to give you more. Yeah, because I feel just awful that someone... to be fair, don't take this the wrong way. And she, like, looks over all of you. This isn't a task, had I known the dangers of it, that I would have given someone of your caliber. Yet, you all very clearly have succeeded beyond what the initial job was, which was just to go investigate and find out what they were complaining about. This letter does recommend that we give any further work to you, but we're not quite going to do that. We're going to have some more investigation go, because this needs to be investigated formally now that there is some proof of illegal magics going on. But in the meantime, I would like to see, you said you found this Heart of Gaia. That's something that interests me. Corrupted some way. She like picks it up.
Quite corrupted.
Yes, that evil thing, it ate other monsters. It became more powerful. It hurt my brain.
She like grabs a couple of these bags that you've shown her. Yeah, all right. Can you tell me one more time where you found these bags?
I found them in neck of horse. It had stitch stone in neck. I reach my hand and stitch pull bag out.
I mean, those four from the horses, but that one over there, that one we found, well, let's say embedded in a scarecrow that turned into a corrupted Heart of Gaia.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. But
you know, both physically and mentally, yes, quite terrifying.
Yes, not fun time. Do not recommend.
I'm sure having faced these things, you can understand why we like to reserve such situations for more experienced parties. I cannot lie. I'm very impressed that you are not dead.
Yes, I almost
I'm very
died.
impressed you handled it in a night.
We were very close to
That
death.
being said,
Indeed. And
the
so,
original payment.
hold
for
on,
this-
Mrs. Aurelia. We got a bone to pick here, and it's not that bone on the table, or that other bone, or that bone.
She
The bone
smiles,
is.
and she like leans into her hands, like just ready and to hear what you've got to say to her.
I know it wasn't what you intended when you sent us out there, but it's what happened, and we have a claim to it. You can't just give this to your friends and your best adventurers and cut us out. That would be untoward of a fine, wonderful guild like the Griffin Guild, which we are a part of.
And she looks at the rest of you, and you all have interest in furthering this investigation yourselves?
Yes, I think we could manage easily. I mean, we fought the evil shit last time. How much more shit can there be?
Interesting. She kind of leans back. She like goes into the drawer and she pulls out 5 bags. The original payment for this assignment was merely 50 gold and like an additional 25 if you found anything good. She slides to you 5 bags to just to the front of the table, and upon inspection, it appears that each bag contains 100 gold.
My, Aurelia.
We will keep these, and she points to the skull, to the bags, and to the corrupted heart of Gaia, as they will serve to further the investigation. As for your argument, actually, Walter, why don't you actually make a persuasion check for me, with advantage because Boris is helping.
The most charismatic white wizard round. That is a hold on. I might port in it. 1 minute. No, I'm not gonna port in it. Okay.
Kind of looks you up and down. She like taps her fingers on the desk, kind of rhythmically. She leans forward, puts her hand on her, puts her chin on her on one hand, her elbow on the table. I'll tell you what. I am very impressed. And looking over you, I think I do recognize you. You are the group that helped Todd Lancet out down in Fionn, aren't you? He told me that a group is coming this way, and they were very efficient, despite being as new as you were. You signed up for the tournament, did you not?
Yes, exactly.
We did. We need money from any source. We had no idea that we would be faced with what we were faced with.
Of course. My opinion stands that the greater assignment is out of your league, but I have so far been proven wrong on several instances of this quest, and of the capabilities of your party have very much been proven, seeing as you brought all of this back and you're still alive. I'll tell you what, and here's an offer that I hope you don't take lightly, because no one else has, I don't think I've ever given this to anyone as new as you. But I refuse to allow this investigation to go to an AC classed party. However, it has come to my attention that your party may in fact be worthy of an early ranking up, so to speak. And I would argue that if you could provide a impressive performance on the upcoming tournaments, I will give you personally the upgraded tag, and we can discuss this again. And perhaps giving after my team goes and investigates that farm, sees these corpses you were talking about, comes back with any leads, and we can discuss whether it is you want to continue investigating these, or if perhaps you would be interested in taking some of my more personal suggestions.
Well, that's quite generous of you.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. It has nothing to do with generosity. You see, it is not often that a party has the chance to get engaged in such nefarious magics and survives without any training beforehand. And I find that to be an omen, a good one, that maybe you will be of much use and bring much more coin to the academy, and in turn to yourselves.
Absolutely,
But I need to see you act with my own eyes, if that makes sense, before I make any rash decisions on to give what is quite frankly an unprecedented
promotion to a brand new group of adventuring hunters.
I turn to Boris. It seems fair to me, Boris.
Yes, seems very fair, and seems like we can make coin along the way and show what our party is capable of in the process.
Yes. All right then.
So,
Well,
while you're
I-
here,
I-
I might as well tell you the about the tournament that you signed up for. Has not been released the information yet, but you're already here. So, on the third day of the festival, 2 days from now, there will be a pre-tournament in the morning. Do not come in terribly hungover, and do not be drunk when you get here, because you will need to qualify. You will need to actually qualify to even be allowed to fight one of these beasts that we have brought in. And considering what that deal we've just made, I think I already know exactly which beasts I would have you fight to prove yourselves capable in these further, more sensitive investigations. So, come in the morning, compete in these pre-competitions. If you come early, we can go ahead and give you a demonstration on some of the on some of the gear that we will be allotting to you for not only the pre-competition, but also for the actual event, as we don't want to miss any opportunities to have sponsors. So we have some new things that we'd like you to give out.
I have my bestiary book out, and I'm like, you were saying the beast? What is it that you were thinking we should face? I mean, a smart wizard gets prepared.
Make a persuasion check, because this is technically cheating.
But she likes us.
Can I help Walter persuade?
Nope.
Because
You have not said anything.
I'm really not good at persuading.
Yeah, wait, what? How are we cheating? Because we're trying to get more information?
Because all the beasts will be told to the people right before the fight, because everyone will have about the same time to prepare. And because it is a competition at the end of the day.
Well, rules must be rules. I understand.
I'll tell you what. It's not in your book, but I'll tell you the name. That's it. It's up to you to figure it out the rest. If you do as well in the preliminaries as I think. I mean, this isn't set in stone. I'm not. I might give you something else if I decide that you're actually not good enough. And because it's not my goal to lose any hunters in this fight. I hope to give everyone something they can.
I hate to interrupt, man, but you said preliminaries, and it made me realize I don't even understand the structure of the tournament. How many fights would there be?
It's less tournament. It's called a tournament. The first part's kind of a tournament. It's going to be it's not structured in like a bracket system, but there are going to be 5 competitions that lead up to the for qualifiers that will be scored on. Individuals, members of your party can participate in these, and you'll be ranked on them based on your performance. And then based on that, we will qualify or disqualify different party members and groups overall.
Those 5 qualifications, those are all on the same day?
Yeah, they won't take too. The whole day basically is going to be respectable for these tournaments.
That's tomorrow, right?
No, the day after tomorrow.
The day after
tomorrow. Yes, and these tests will include test of brute strength, accuracy in ranged shooting,
brute
agility
strength.
tests. There will be opportunities for any of you gifted in arcane abilities to be tested in that as well. And there will also be a sponsored test to try out some of the new gear, which if you come early, like I said, you will get an instruction on how to use it, and you will maybe be able to win some of them. They're quite expensive.
So how early should we come? What time?
Morning. There's not right at sunup, but right shortly after.
Very well.
Before the rest of the drunk slog wake up.
All right. Is there anything else, or shall we leave to rest up and prepare for the tournaments?
I did believe I said she would tell you the name of the creature, but not give you anything else than that. That she's thinking of giving you if you're good enough. The name of the creature is the Mirrored Stalker.
The Mirrored Stalker.
Yes, it is.
Walter,
it
you
was
know
recent-
anything about that?
I, flipped through the book a few times, and I'm like, no.
Ashwick-
Obviously, it's some type of stalking or mirror type thing.
Ashwick and Corvus can make a nature check, as this would be a creature that is native to their province, their region. Yes, Ashwick, you absolutely have heard of these. You have both heard of these. You have never encountered one, but they're very much descendant of. They come from the swamp, as most of the most dangerous things in the area come from, and but they don't live there. They like to hunt there, and then they like to go and find other places to rest for the night. They're very rare. You know that what they look like. You don't know what they do. They look kind of like a cross between a panther and a bat.
Well, anyone else you know about this creature?
That's everyone in the room, Boris.
It's a cross between a panther and a bat. I mean,
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
it bites like a panther and it flies like a bat.
And about how large? Is it like a panther-sized bat or a bat-sized panther?
It would be the first one. It is a larger beast.
Its jaws are exactly the size of your head.
Oh man.
I put my hands on my head to measure it. That's unsettling.
Yeah, so that's actually a pretty good description of what it is. Thank you for your time. And she stands up. It has been wonderful to meet you. Head of people?
Are we the head fighters? I mean, out of game. Are we the head fighters? Because Walter's all in for that.
The head fighter?
It's so stupid. It's the name nobody.
But literally nobody has come up with a better name.
Yeah,
so
We can be the Bone Gang.
Head fighters. All right. Head fighters. Very strange, but also very unique. I mean, you'd be surprised. Most of the times when people give us a name, they're like, "We're the Griffin Killers," and we're like, please add no affiliation to the end of that." Haha. Anyways, we probably done here. She holds her hand out to whoever's closest.
Yep, I'll
Walter.
your hand, and as we're like walking out, I want to turn around and be like, one more question. I noticed that what we found at that farm, it troubled you deeply. It seems quite dangerous.
She takes a deep breath. Let's say it was a oversight of my position to have assigned it to a group of your status.
Yeah, we
And I am
barely even
happy.
almost died.
And not necessarily because of the physical danger a creature or a set of these types of magics possess, but maybe more for the more unknown aspects of it. And your reward reflects that oversight.
Wait, are you saying we got cursed somehow?
Oh God, I hope not.
Yeah, you're fine, Boris. You're sorry.
No curse?
Sometimes a little slow.
It seems like the dark horse had imparted some kind of blindness onto the girl you rescued. It was mentioned in the note.
Yes.
Yes, girl was cursed, not us, right?
Well, I-
Brother Boris, you're looking a little pale and sweaty. Are you feeling all right?
Oh
you know,
no!
I always look like that. I thought it was just how I looked. Well, you might want to go get that checked out. In the meantime, it's been wonderful meeting you, head fighters. I cannot wait to see you. Please, like I said, please, if you're going to get trashed for the festival, be ready to fight by the morning tonight. In the morning.
Hey, we're not head fighters
now.
here. We're AC 15.
Okay, okay. So drink tonight. Do not drink tomorrow night.
Right. And I hold up the paper to you, brother. It's AC 13. Come on.
Fun
Jesus.
Oh, we're AC 13.
Fun fact: it's AC 131. But I digress.
I think we should now just go by AC 13. That's our armor class as a joke. Like
Yeah.
we're AC 13. That's our group. We're AC 13.
Wait,
Yes.
speaking of armor class, Boris is gonna check out his shield.
That's right. It should be
Right.
done.
That way the opponents underestimate us if they think our AC is 13.
Yeah. So, like, why don't we go back to the inn and do
My
like
AC
shopping
is actually
and stuff?
See? So
Your
perfect.
AC is 13. Oh my god.
I'm even better. I think my AC is. Oh no, I'm 12. I need one AC.
Walter,
So
you're
it's
squishy.
accurate for sister and it's aspirational for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Wait,
See, this is why you have a Goliath barbarian that makes things attack it. It aggroes things for you.
technically, the monk has the highest AC of the party.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I've
Hard
AC
to hit.
14.
Yeah, that's not surprising. I get
Yeah, no,
bonus from my
that's
wisdom.
par for the course, especially early game.
What?
Monks can be good, but they're also kind of weird. I don't know. I think they're fun to play.
Oh.
Yeah. Technically, like numbers wise, they suck, but they are. I think they're fun to play in combat, out of combat. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
but
You
they
gotta
do
give monk
technically
extra shit.
not do nearly as much damage as any of the other builds. Like fighter is gonna out damage monk by a mile. Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're about damage. They're about mobility.
Yeah, and monks
Yeah.
also like they can be paired really well with like spells that give you bonus damage per attack
Yeah,
since they get
yeah.
Yeah, I mean they're like helpers, right? They can move, like
Yeah.
they can go around and help people. Like they don't do a lot of damage, but they can move like a motherfucker. They're hard to hit, so you can take opportunity attacks. They have extended vision.
Yep.
Later on, they can rock on water and run on walls. Like
Yep.
so, if you got to be somewhere, monks can be there.
They're like, yeah. I think
monks are cool.
definitely.
I mean, they may just show up to get punched, but they'll show up.
The day is yours. It's probably like 1:30 at this point. Because it took you a few hours to get back to Airfell. We'll
So
let you
just she gave us some money. How much?
go. You each gained. I will distribute it now. You each gained 100 gold.
Yes, that sweet, sweet yellow gold. This is why we killed the beast, brothers.
So we get 100 each.
Yep.
Yes.
5 bags of 100 gold each.
You like women? You like drink? Tonight is our night. Don't get drunk tomorrow.
There you go. I distributed it to the party.
I see that. I was about to do it, and it appeared.
Oh man.
Oh, yes.
I-
Boris is gonna take a handful of gold and throw it up in the air and then catch it.
Careful, Boris. Jesus.
Yeah, you guys get the sense that there was a sense of embarrassment from the chapter master that she had assigned such a dangerous task to such a low rank, and she was very grateful that you all appeared to be more capable than the others that just start out their hunting careers.
Okay, so I like literally almost died, right? I was like 2 health. Can she tell that I was like super fucked up and like recovering? Or did she like think we handled it well?
And an insight check in the moment.
Oh, okay.
Where would you like to go?
Boris is going to head to the blacksmith shop.
Okay, you can go there. So, yep, you go in there, and he your stuff is ready. He shows it to you. You have a maxing axe and shield, which you can add to your inventory. It's just flavor text, what's on it, but there is the visage of a bear maw, open and ready to bite, that matches on both sides of the axe, and also the same symbol on like hammered in and imprinted onto the shield.
And I guess Boris is going to take a closer look at it and I guess investigate it for quality.
Yeah, you roll an investigation check. It's not artisanal by any means, but it's your standard axe and shield fare, but a little extra effort was put in to give it the design that you asked for. This is not a master blacksmith. This is just a blacksmith. This is a commercial blacksmith who you had make these things for you in a fairly short period of time. So what you got, it's quality. It's the quality you were expecting for what you're paying.
Ah, yes, Mr. Blacksmith, you did okay job. Could have been better, could have been a lot worse. I am happy.
Okay.
Yes, I owe you what, 11 gold?
Deception check. He like scratches his head. It's like, wait a second. Yeah. He goes and checks his books. No, I think you owe me 15 gold.
Oh, 15? I think it was more like 12. I do not remember it being more than 12.
He like shakes his head, like puts his hand out.
All right.
Take the deal, Boris.
It might have been more than 12. It can't be more than 13, and I'll take 13 gold and hold it out and put it in his hand.
Okay. He like shakes his head. He like, get out.
Do you have a nice day, mister?
Uh-huh.
This is not how you make friends, Boris.
I actually owed him 13 gold, though. That's what I had written down.
That is the correct amount.
I just,
he's still like, can't believe this guy tried to like pull one over on me. So you do get your shield and your axe. So
I'm at 127 gold.
you guys are pretty stacked right now.
So Walter would like to go try to learn a spell from somewhere. Like, there's got to be libraries in the city.
I mean, didn't you want to write down that spell in your book?
I already did.
It costs money and time.
I did it last night when we were in the barn.
All right. So you want to inquire? You want to inquire about getting a spell shop. So you would know that there is a place that you could, in theory, go and buy some spells at, and you know exactly where it is.
Like, would you like to know what spell I want?
You can go ahead. Yeah, you can tell me if there's a spell you're looking for specifically.
I am looking for Skywrite.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Roll an investigation check with advantage because you know the area very well.
Okay. Oh no. 11.
Okay. A very low DC because you've lived here your entire life. There are two places where you can get spells. The first one is a place you have no interest in going at all.
Enough said.
A second place
for that specific spell, there is a place over in the circle. There is a magic item store that you might find you might find the ability to get a novelty spell like that, or more specifically, you might you would find it. You'd be able to find a scroll of sky right there. You're pretty sure you could find something like that.
Okay. Well, then I'll go do it.
In the meantime, while I go find that information on that store, what does everyone else want to be doing today? Are we participating in the festivities? Are we getting trashed? What are you doing?
Let's see. Boris and me are like trying to pick up items. So like Ashlick, Drax, and brother need to pick something, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Hey, Ben, side note, did you mean to add that stuff to my character sheet?
Nope, you can add those items to your character sheet because they're just the regular items.
I can add those items. Okay,
Yeah.
wait. What am I adding again? It's a battle axe and a shield?
Yeah. Correct. I believe that's what you told me you wanted to get. Because you're not getting anything. You're technically not getting any item that's any different than what is in the book.
Yeah, but I thought you were going to DM flavor text it for me.
Just change the name from Battle Axe to Le Battle Axe.
Le Battle Axe.
Yeah, that is essentially the level of detailing you've gotten on this axe. It's not hang on your wall worthy. It's not like artistically expressive very much. It's a very crude upgrade for you with this bear symbol on it. It's not, like I said, it's not fancy.
Don't worry, Boris.
We'll not pay much.
We'll get you a better one in the future.
Okay, I'm still gonna put it down as bear shield and bear battle axe. Oh, also, before Boris leaves, Boris is gonna say to the blacksmith, "Hey, 1 second. I have this great axe right now, and I don't have a lot of use for it."
That's a shame.
Yes, is that something you'd be willing to purchase? Sell it off to some other poor schmuck.
Let me see it.
And I'll pull out my battle axe and go shing and hand it to the
Do you make the
blacksmith.
shing noise with your mouth? Like, do you actually?
No. The shing like hits on like a D ring on my clothes or whatever and makes the noise.
Unfortunate. Okay. He looks at it. He looks it over. He's like, to be honest, I'd have to. That would just be extra work, and it's not something I could really sell to anyone. I don't normally get adventurers coming through here. I more just do things for the ships. For the traders.
I see. Well, I guess I'll sell it to some more adventurous types then. You have a
should
good
do
day,
that.
mister.
All right. So, Walter, you know of a store called. Wow. These are a lot of notes.
I think I know what it's called. It's the Dusty Book.
It is not called that. It's not called it is called. It is called Artie's Antiquities and Awesome Accessories.
Artie. I know Artie.
And it's over in the circle, and it's cool because as you walk there, you get to get a closer view of all the different activities. And so as you walk by, you notice that one of the activities going on nearby the store. It is they have these dried summer squashes. They've been they're dried out, and they're having a carving competition where they're trying to carve little figurines out of them, and it's going to be judged. So as you walk over to do that, Drax, Corvus, and Eshlick, y'all doing anything?
I want to buy some healing potions.
You can do that. You did go to I believe you guys went to a store before you left that was selling healing potions. And upon entering, the person there will greet you. You probably could find I believe I'd say there's probably around 4 potions out of all the stores in the circle right now for sale for 50 gold apiece.
50 gold apiece.
How much?
50. 4 of them.
Then they're 50 each.
I believe that is the standard price.
Damn, I thought we were rich. Then I bought a potion of healing.
Yeah, I know.
So I'd like to buy.
Yeah, I'll buy a potion and lose 50 gold.
All right.
So last time I bought a bunch of herbs. Did we ever get those brewed? Those potions?
I mean, do we have someone who's proficient with alchemical supplies?
Well,
So-
yeah, that was the whole point.
So the way we ruled that was, yeah, if you would spend the gold, if you wouldn't want to like go to a store to buy some of these herbs, that was something you could do. You could buy the gold amount you needed for those, and then we could say that whenever the next time you're resting, basically you could just make those potions. You would get those potions added to your inventory.
Yeah, so I bought a bunch of the herbs. Who had somebody had a kit.
I believe that's me.
Okay. So where's my potion?
Oh God! You just dumped like a pile of herbs in my lap. Another potion again?
I mean,
What is the
did
pile of
you already make them, or
Well, not yet. I'll start working on it now. I'm looking for a goddamn spell. Old Andy, I think Andy's got it.
what
down there.
spell are you looking for? What spell are you looking for?
Well, look, it's an illegal spell, but it's called Skywrite.
That
Let you
is,
write
that is
anything
the
in the
dumbest
sky.
spell that I have ever heard of.
You want
Yeah.
the illegal spells, Walter? Oh,
But
So it's,
just imagine what it could be done in this city. Everyone can see it. We could
takes,
make
25
the game. I could draw a giant dick butt, like anything
yes.
can be Skywrite.
You can say, "Hey, lady, you go out with me," and she go out with you because you're right in the sky, Walter.
Yes, see, Boris gets it.
Here in Xanathar's, it says that it takes 25 gold pieces of material and a day of work to create a single health potion.
That's a lot of work.
So we could say that working on it on your rest, and you had 8 hours of travel time essentially over the last 2 days. We could say that you could, I believe, Eshlik could get you had enough time to make Eshlik's potion in that time.
Also, side note, I know you said you were modifying Xanthars for beer. How's the beer doing?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Boris got a brew. Boris
So
got a brew.
Boris, after buying a shield, is going to go back to the cart and inspect his brew with his brewer supplies.
It looks kind of moldy, Boris.
No, that is how it's supposed to be. It
It
is.
doesn't smell very good.
It is Goliath barbarian type
mean-
beer.
I just gotta say, it looks like you forgot it in the cart all week long, Boris.
Yes, it is supposed to brew that long. It makes very strong beer, very safe.
Don't worry, brother Boris. Brother Walter doesn't understand the fine brewing art, as it were.
Boris, if you would
I understand the theory just fine, brother. I mean, the practice
You would know that this
practice
is
is for the prison.
the early stage.
So Boris, you started this approximately 4 or 5 days ago. And so the way this works is, let's go ahead and I'm gonna use these rules I found. So you are 1 to 4. You can brew 1 quality brew. So that's probably gonna be probably like 4 beers worth. And how good, and that's probably gonna it takes about 1 week per level of quality of beer that you want to ferment. How good it is, is going to depend on what you roll. So go ahead and give me a d20 roll now that all this time has passed. Add your proficiency modifier and your intelligence modifier.
Okay. Proficiency is +2 in int is a +1.
7.
So 3.
So-
Not great.
Level 4 are it requires an 8 to pass on a basic level brew. So you failed. It did not quite come out the way you were expecting it this time.
Still drinkable?
I mean, you do. I will say you are proficient in brewing. You could give it a taste and determine whether or not you think this would be a dangerous substance to drink.
Yeah, so I believe it's I don't know, is it 5 or above I can detect poison?
Give me just give me a intelligence roll with your proficiency modifier. Again.
Hey Ben, how much is Skyrite in gold?
I was hooking that up for you. I have not done basic scroll. Let me look up what I think prices per level.
Yes. So it's DC 10, I think, without any modifiers to detect poison or impurities in a drink. So it's
level 1.
drinkable.
Level 2.
It's level 2?
Yep, it's that bad.
It's a shitty level 2 spell.
Indeed.
It is quite possibly the shittiest level 2 spell, and I will take that into account when I tell you it's going to cost 125 gold to purchase a scroll of Skyrim.
125 gold.
It's recommended that level 2 to 3 spells cost between 100 and 500 gold.
See, it's Skyrite. Like,
Yeah.
It is Skyrite, but
it doesn't do damage. It literally only puts words in the sky, and if the wind is blowing, it doesn't work.
That's on you, bro. That's not on
for
us.
under 200 or under 300 probably. Based
Walter,
on
why don't you learn a better spell? They're trying to charge you too much.
you Artie is there, and if you'd like to try to convince him of all of these things to sell you the scroll for cheaper, you may try. You can try to make a
Hold on. Does he have a locate object spell? How much does that one cost? It's also a level 2.
I have a vial of unknown liquid in my sheet. Like, do we know? Can we identify what the vial of unknown liquid is?
Yeah, me too. Also unidentified stuff. But let me finish my spell, and then we can do
so
the rest.
the spells that he has are at this store is Skyrite, Pyrotechnics, and Grease.
What was the last one?
Grease.
Sorry, didn't get you.
Grease.
Oh, Grease. Oh, Grease. I don't know that I can learn that.
Yeah, they believe it is a musical, Walter.
Okay, well, you know what? Hey, I looked for it. I found it. I'm taking Skyrite. 125. Or wait, you said 115 gold?
No, talk him down, Walter. Do not let him rip you off.
It's not what you said, but make it like I said. Because you have a very strong case that Skyrite is quite possibly the worst level 2 spell.
That's why I'm picking it. Here we go.
And wizard can in fact learn the word. It is a wizard spell.
Less persuasive than average. I'm not
Well,
persuasive.
Yes, see,
But hold on.
my only sword.
I can make a quite a strong theoretical argument that it is the worst level 2 spell possible.
No, I agree with you. It is the worst spell that I sell. But I only have one. So, got to make money
can Boris lean at this point and say, "Hey, do not take advantage of my friend. He's just trying to learn basic spell. It's not very good. Come on, come on."
Well, then he can go learn it somewhere else if he does not have the gold.
We're trudging arm and leg. We kill many men to get this gold. And how many men were life you think is worth this spell? It is not 20. We kill like 300 men.
I find that
I put my hand on Boris's shoulder. Boris. I can barely reach his shoulder, by the way. It's okay. I put the gold on the counter. There you go.
Yes, and he like snatches it up with like his hands. He's kind of had his arms like folded up to his chest this whole time. Like snaps it, kind of like a praying mantis. He with the other hand pushes the skull over. He just smiles.
Yeah, that's super creepy. Thank you. Walk out.
Boris just shakes his head. Say, "Walter, you let short men take advantage of you."
125, right? Okay.
Expensive, man.
So I am gonna, in the rest, like when I'm whatever everybody else is doing, I'm gonna learn that spell into my spell book, which is gonna cost me more gold.
Yeah, as long as you have the gold cost, we can say that you pick up the materials like the paper and ink to when you're out and about, and you just mark off the gold.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
There's a festival going on. Did anyone want to do anything during the festival today? Looking at you, sister, brother, and Drax.
Boris is still trying to figure out whether or not the beer is drinkable.
Oh, did you roll?
That was the 11, and I believe it's DC 10 to detect poison.
It doesn't. It seems like it's less of a poisonous batch and more of a failed to you didn't do something right. So it's not really fermented. It's just basically like hops water, like moldy hops water. It's not dangerous to drink, but there's no benefit.
Oh.
I'm gonna lean over to Boris and be like, "Hey, Boris. Quick question.
Yes.
Could you spare 74 gold?"
Oh, 74 gold, Walter. Do you think I'm made of money?
Well, I saw you got handed quite a large sack of it, so yes, maybe a little bit.
Well, so did you, brother Walter.
Yes, but I had to purchase this wonderful scroll.
I told you
Then perhaps you should be satisfied with your purchase.
Yes, and I am quite satisfied, but the inks, to copy it into my spellbook are quite expensive.
Well, sounds to me like you need to do more work.
So Walter, how many wizard spells are you planning on learning? Because I think this may take up all of our game time.
Well,
if you plan on learning a lot more,
yeah, just this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to know about my vial of unknown liquid, Walter. So if you could just hurry this the fuck up.
Yes, Walter.
Does this happen to be a cursed scroll of Skywrite?
Where everything just turns out into emojis and penises. It's all eggplant emojis.
And crying emojis.
Well, no, you cast Skywrite and your hands explode. I mean, that's a straightforward curse.
I think the eggplant emojis is better.
Force you into the sky.
Look, Walter. I cannot spare much coin. I do have this for you, and I'll pull out the bearskin rug from the cart, and I'll hand it to Walter, and I'll hand him 20 gold on top of that. I said, this is the best I can do, Walter. I cannot spend any more.
What do you need, Walter? I have calligrapher's supplies.
Well,
the gold cost of
of learning the spell. Yeah.
Oh, so not actually the ink. You're just crying for gold. Okay.
He needs a certain gold cost of.
Yeah, he spent his money and he's begging. Gotcha.
Yeah, he needs to sell the bear pelt, and then that plus 20 gold minus 70 something is what he needs.
So you can keep messaging each other over who's going to give you gold. But in the
But
meantime,
I did hand him 20 gold, so he at least says that.
Why, thank you.
Yes, Ashlick, Drac, of course. Do you guys want to do anything for the day, or do you guys want to skip ahead?
I'd like to know what my vial of unknown liquid is.
I'm sure Walter will happily use his identify on that.
Why, certainly. I also have some unidentified oil that I'd like to work on.
Walter, do not identify for free. Identify for gold.
Do that for free.
What is that? So yes, you both. If you identify them both, you both have this a vial of the same thing. They both
we
came
have-
from that down.
We have 2 days, right? So I think I can do it free once per day. So
If you just want to go ahead and say that today and tomorrow you identify one of them, you each have a vial of wraith oil, which I will put in the party sheet.
Of what?
Wraith oil.
Okay.
It's rape oil.
What?
Wraith.
Rape
Like
oil.
Oh, it's like
Grape
my
seed.
fingers.
Like wraith oil. Yeah.
So chloroform.
It's a very
It
highly flammable and has a high boiling point.
is.
excuse me, miss.
Type of
Does it smell like chloroform to you?
I will put it in the party sheet. 2 vials of this. You can just take one. It basically what it does is you apply it to a weapon, and for the next 3 hits, when you attack undead, it ignores any penalty for not using magical or silver weapons.
Well, that's cool.
Okay, so it's like temporary silvery oil.
Yeah.
Or magic.
This is So like you put it on your weapon or your fist or whatever your arrows, and basically you apply it once, or basically you apply or you can use 3 applies to like 3 different bolts or something, or you apply it all to one blade. Basically, it gets 3 attacks worth of full damage to like ethereal beings like wraiths and stuff. You can ignore the fact that you normally need magical weapons. And that was part of his like that kit you found in the secret room wall.
The only thing I want to do is upgrade my leather armor to studded leather,
You
so
know?
I can go AC 14 maybe.
Yeah, if you have the money for that and you just want basic armor, you can go ahead and mark that off. You can easily find someone to sell you.
So can I sell my leather, or what's the rate on that?
For used leather armor,
I mean,
it's,
if you just say I just have to throw it in the fucking trash, I'll just give it to a hobo. I don't care. Just,
yeah, I think for your starter armor, which we're assuming you've had for a long time, it's probably get like a couple silver.
well, I'll
you
just
probably
put,
wouldn't be able to
I'll
get-
put it up on like a mannequin in my room or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I too would like to go to studded.
You
Yeah.
have a room.
You all have that ability. Unless you want to get like something special, like try to find someone to sell you like some embroidered shit, you can just go ahead to mark up that gold cost. We don't have to roleplay that.
And I would like to buy a hand crossbow, but Jesus Christ, they're expensive.
Actually,
They are very-
Yeah, you need to get your hand
Boris-
crossbow back, Boris.
yeah, Boris is going to go back and to the blacksmith and say, "Hey, one more thing.
yeah.
You had my light crossbow as collateral, right?"
He smiles. I was wondering when you'd come back. He like hands it to you. Let that be a
thank-
lesson. Don't try to scam blacksmiths.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
I don't know what you're talking about. I thought I owed you 11 gold. You made me pay 13. That's crazy.
blacksmith, would you like a nice, wonderful bear rug? It's nice.
Can I see the bear rug?
Oh yeah, I've got it right here under my arm.
It's like so totally not nice.
Or a
It
rug.
is- It's the basic. It's basically just a skinned bear, and it's tattered, and it's definitely not the finest bear cloak in all the land.
Well, obviously, because I have that.
You don't. That's
Oh,
the
I
other
do. No, all the lands.
And he looks at it, and it kind of looks gross, but it's not. It's not terrible. It's definitely something you would make yourself, and he just, no thanks.
All right, just offering.
All right. So, anyone else want to do anything?
I would like to buy a few items. They are just normal, sort of boring items, but I would like to buy a set of thieves' tools, silken rope, a grappling hook, and a crowbar,
Wait,
and a
silk
hammer and
rope?
pitons.
Why do you need silk rope?
Silken. It's silk. It's lighter. It's lighter than hemp. More expensive, but it's lighter.
I'd say it takes you like you'd have to go to a bunch of different places. And
I'll shop around all day.
It takes like an hour or two, but you shop, you can find all those things pretty easily.
Hey, pro tip: get to where you can carry 600 pounds. Rope weight does not matter.
But we can't all be as strong and muscular as you, can we, Brother Boris? Otherwise, why would we need you?
I mean, you could have given me hemp rope. I would have carried for you, but you buy silk rope.
Or smoked it.
How much can I sell this goddamn bearskin rug for?
To probably some random. Here's the thing. Who if you can explain to me who you're gonna try to sell this to, and there's a lot of choices. You could try to sell it to a vendor. You can try to sell it to some dude on the street. Tell me who you're selling this to, because it is a festival time. You might be able to walk around and find someone really wanting a bear rug.
I'm gonna try to find like the drunkest rich guy I can find.
You know, how
Somebody
about
who's like dressed real nice, but obviously stumbling.
how about you let Drax sell rug? You wizard. You don't know how to sell drug.
Okay, Drax.
I would not buy thing from you.
I hand the rug over to Drax. Drax, it's a big rug and you're kind of small, so I hope you can carry it.
I'm strong enough. I'm stronger than you. The shade.
That might be true. Might be true. Okay.
That is so true.
You want a strength check? Here you go, buddy. 17.
Walter's like, oh, be careful, and Drax is like, easy. Just like lifts it.
I show you. You
Physically stronger than Walter. That is not a. That's not an. That is true. Okay. Okay. So yeah. This will be two things. So you can enlist the help if you guys want to together try to hawk off this bear thing and try to scam someone. That's two steps. The first thing is you got to find someone to hawk it to. The second thing is you got to convince them to buy it.
Like,
and then, you can make an investigation check trying to find some drunk dude that looks rich.
Yeah, drunk rich.
You may enlist the help of any one party member.
You do the investigation. I'll do the talking.
Okay. 16.
All right. And like I said, if someone wants to help, they can. One other party member can also investigate. Okay. So you do find early. It's only like 2:30, 2:45, and people are already getting trashed because why not find an excuse to get trashed, especially when you're in the circle? And so you find a gentleman who is. And it's almost perfect because he is wearing like furred boots and like furred like a kind of like a fur coat that has no sleeves, and he looks hot as shit. He is wearing the wrong attire. It looks like he may have already have made some stupid purchases today because he's so. I don't feel like role playing out the drunk guy. So why don't you just give me whoever's trying to sell this? Give me a persuasion check.
Fuck. With advantage?
With advantage because he's drunk.
13. What the fuck?
Okay.
Cursed dice.
Hold on. I'll porting it.
Oh, you're porting it?
Higher.
So it's 21.
I'll porting it to a 14.
Then it's 22.
14.
It's 22. because he's changing the base number.
He rolled.
Yeah, base
Oh, wait,
number
it's
14.
disadvantage. It's disadvantage. Okay, it doesn't matter. Didn't change it. He rolled a 2 on his insight check.
I'll tell you what, it's a very lovely rug. We're willing to let it go, you know.
Very nice, very high quality.
You convince him it matches his profile, all the stuff he's bought, and he is a little too drunk to tell that it's bad. Now, keep in mind, this is a shitty fucking bear rug, so this might seem like not a gold deal, but you convinced this guy to give you 3 gold for this fucked up bear rug. Like, with this fucked up, like, just stepped all over piece of shit, torn up, like, skin of a bear. 3 gold pieces.
Take it. I'll take it.
He happily gives it to you, and he thinks he ripped you off. And as he takes it, he trips over it and falls into it. Just kind of in the mud. So, congratulations, you guys sold
bear rug.
Ruined bear pelt.
And you know what?
For 3 gold.
It was a lot of fun to sell that bear pelt, I gotta say.
And we stole it from Blind Girl.
Hey, I didn't ask any questions. I don't need this extra information.
Hey,
That's why you weren't there.
I appreciate the help, Drax. Only 51 gold, and I can write anything in the sky I want.
Yeah, yeah. Sounds like you used the spell.
Wait, Walter, how much gold you need left?
Just 51. Then I can purchase all the equipment I need to copy this into my spellbook forever.
Oh, 51.
And then it's a ritual spell, so it only takes me 10 minutes to cast it, and I can write anything in the sky.
Okay.
Telling you.
I have an idea. We have cart of beer of the decent beer we borrowed from the place. We can try to sell individual beers on the street with that license and make gold.
Boris, did you taste that beer?
It is drinkable.
He is talking about the beer he stole from the house.
Yes, this is craftable as beer.
You mean the good beer? Why don't we keep the good beer for ourselves?
Yes. Well, I mean, I got 70 pounds of beer in a barrel. Let's,
Well, yeah, all right. Let's go sell the beer. Why not?
Hey, guys. Totally out of game. Garrett, I have someone that wants to say hi to you just real fast before he goes to sleepy time.
Okay.
What's up, Garrett? Surprise.
Hello. Who is this?
It's Parm.
Oh, Parm. What the fuck?
Just adding over. I just showed up and
Jesus Christ. Motherfucking Parm.
Yeah, I've actually been listening to you for the past 10 minutes.
Oh, that's good. You like my roleplay? It's
yeah. I love the accents and everything. It's perfect.
Dude, Parm. Wow.
It's
been like a fucking decade, dude. I haven't talked to you in a long time.
Sorry, just jump in the middle of the game and start talking. I know. Call me sometimes.
Okay, man. God, do I even have your number?
Yeah, he's going to bed and leaving tomorrow, so I figured I was like, Parm, you can't go without saying hi to Garrett. So
yeah, so Parm, send me your phone number. I don't think I have it anymore. Give it to Josh. Josh will send it to me.
You still have the same number? I think I have your number.
Yeah, my number hasn't changed.
Okay, I'll text you. I'm pretty sure I have your number still.
Okay.
So as you guys stand there talking, you guys feel a wave of heat, and you look over, and it looks like a fire breather is walking by, and they're just spitting fire all over the place. There's some kids who are like, "Wow, that's cool," and then their moms are like, "No, that's why you're going to go to school, so you don't do that." They don't get it. You start to see some dude juggling knives. Looks like a fun party.
And all the while, we have the cart backed up to the street, and the keg of beer laying off and say, "Beer, get your beer here. Bring your own cup."
So, are all 5 of you going to join in this business venture and attempt to illegally sell some beer in an alleyway?
We don't know if it's illegal or not. I think Walter's the only one who knows if it's illegal or not.
You know, I'm just not gonna say anything, Boris. You know,
This
ignorance
is
of the
legit,
law.
right? Yeah,
It's
it's okay.
right. It's a legit
Capitalism.
defense.
Yes.
So I don't know if I'm going to roleplay all of that. Go ahead and give me both whoever's participating. If it's just Boris and Drax or and Walter, then I can go ahead and give me a roll for investigation. Not investigation. What would this be? I don't even know.
This is the capitalism check.
Just give me. We're gonna take a series of rolls, and each person who wants to participate can give me one roll. So one of you give me a persuasion roll.
Let me do that. 17.
You give me a stealth roll.
Oh, I'm not good at stealth.
Any of you can't be the same person twice. All right. One of you give me an insight check.
Hey, yeah, I got a +3. It's not great. Anybody? Or I'll just do it.
We've done our two.
Yeah, but brother and sister are still here.
I don't know if Josh is actually at his
Come
computer.
beer with us, brother, sister. We will make lots of gold.
This is assuming they even want to be a part of this activity.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like trying to coerce them into it.
I do it. Whatever. 21.
Nice.
Okay. You spend a few minutes. You spend like a better part of an hour and a half, just kind of tucked away in this corner. And with a 17, you manage to like, hey kid, hey dude, come here. Want to try some beer? And basically, you convince some people that you are a vendor and that you could sell them that to buy your beer. Your marketed, unnamed alley beer. You find a couple people. With this roll of 18, when some of the guards walk by, you're not sure if what you're doing is like punishable by the law, but you have the better sense to duck out of the way just to be a little covert, and they do not notice you trying to sell this beer because you keep a good eye out and you hide from them. With an insight check of 21, you learn that after the first 3 beers that word is getting around that you are selling the world's shittiest beer out of an alleyway, and customers stop coming pretty quickly after a little bit. I'd say with Boris there to look scary, to look big, and all you working together, you manage. You're selling basically watered down beer in an alleyway. You guys made collectively 32 silver, I guess. You're upcharging. You rolled pretty good on your persuasion check and convincing people to buy it. So it's you're selling beer. You're like it's not very expensive, So yeah, if you guys want to like split 32 silver, you can go ahead and do that. But people stopping drinking your beer after the first few customers, the first few times someone says, what is this piss? And like drops the tankard.
Boris, you go ahead and take that. You
earned it.
Yeah, earned it.
All right. Wait, how much beer do we have left? Did we sell it all?
You have probably half a cask.
I just kind of, when Boris is not looking, I just pour it out. Yeah, we sold it all. It's empty. It's gone.
You have an empty cask. I mean, make a sleight of hand check if you want. If you want to roleplay that. Sleight hand check and a perception check to see if you guys notice.
Ooh.
You're not even like hiding it. You're just saying it out loud as you pour it. Like, yep, push. And Boris just like watches you do it. And you're like, yep, that's all the shit. We sold all the shitty beer. And just pushes it off.
All the shitty beer.
32 gold, 32 silver. Very nice.
No, just 32 silver, no gold.
32 silver for piss water. Yes.
Yeah, basically, you sold water beer. Like very, like it's the kind of beer that they made only because generally beer is safer to drink than well water.
Hey, but it's safer. I mean, it's a relative thing. It wasn't that bad, Boris. I mean,
Yes,
It
and
wasn't
it gave them
it-
some ethanol. We did not
It
technically
wasn't
lie.
very alcoholic, and it didn't taste great.
maybe
All right,
next time, Boris.
So you guys can all spend the rest of the day taking part in the festivities. Perhaps some of you would like to take shots at games of chance and uh, throw some bean bags at some griffin statues, and you all do pretty well. You probably you wanted to do vegetable games, and so Walter, you probably go ahead and join like that carving competition, and then there's this one where like you're supposed to stick your hand in a box and guess what vegetable you're touching. You're pretty good at that. You know a lot about vegetables and things.
Why, yes.
The day goes by, and now we're
Do
in
I
the evening.
do I happen to make exactly 51 gold pieces?
You happen to make 0 money, but
Oh,
you do get a pretty blue ribbon and a little statue of a like piece, like a little broccoli statue made of marble,
well, all
like a
right.
chess piece size.
Yeah. Oh, I treasure it.
Boris is gonna try to sell the empty barrel to a Cooper.
Boris.
Just remove it from your inventory and add a silver to your to your inventory. I don't have time for this anymore. Give yourself a silver, get rid of your barrel. Does anyone else have any garbage they'd like to offload while we're here?
Garbage, you say?
I do have.
Oh, the great axe. Yeah, we're still trying to sell that.
Yeah,
You wanna sell the great axe?
I do have a Dustwolf Fang and 8 Griffin feathers. I don't know if they're worth anything, but
they are probably
I need
not
51
worth
gold
anything to
exactly.
the people around here.
I'll keep them then. Otherwise,
Oh.
I'm done.
Okay, that should be 30 GP, right?
The people that you're
Fair
gonna
market
what for
for a
the
great
for what?
axe. A
For a
great axe? Yeah.
So you're selling your great axe, but you're not going to get fair market price because it's a used great axe.
No, don't sell your great. Why? What are you doing, Boris?
No, I have battle axe. I get you gold for a spell. Yes.
If you want to sell your great axe,
My spell's
yeah.
not going to be near as cool as long if I don't get it during the
if
festival.
you want to sell your great axe and you want to spend another 2 hours trying to sell your great axe, you can get half price for it.
All right. 15 gold. This is family axe, family heirloom.
Nobody
You only
cares.
give me 15.
It is not as impressive as an axe as you think it is.
All right. I'll take 15 gold for it.
Only because generally a great axe is a pretty expensive item. So
Okay.
you find it hard too.
I'm up to 125 gold. Walter needs what? 51 gold.
Exactly.
I'm down to 74 gold. I will hand over 51 gold to Walter. I'll shake my head and say, "You goddamn wizards and your expensive habits."
Oh, I'm making a note. I owe you for this, Boris. I'll pay back.
Yeah.
Actually, you notice like through this whole conversation, there is just a small, like a little girl that's just staring at you.
So I'm gonna learn Skywrite on
Go
the first night.
Oh yeah. Dude, I hope you make that worth it. I swear to God.
It's not. It's not worth it.
It's totally not.
It
But I'm
never
gonna make
is.
It's gonna work.
You're very
Walter
protective.
seemed
You
pretty
also
damn
notice
adamant.
this little girl just staring at your sister, kind of picking her nose. Is there anything anyone would like to do for the rest of this day?
I mean, I guess Boris is gonna get drunk because this is the only night he can get drunk, right?
It was requested of you. It was suggested that you do not get trashed tomorrow night.
Right. But tonight's chill.
There's no reason why you can't get absolutely sloshed and watch a bunch of fire performers.
Okay. Well, I'll look at Walter and say, "Walter, are you planning on getting drunk tonight?"
Is this first night or second night?
This is still the first night. You guys really had a lot of stuff you wanted to do.
Yeah. First night, I'll drink a little bit. Yeah, Boris. Let's go.
All right, let's just drink, brother, Drax, sister. You drink with us?
I mean, we're not drinking his beer, just to be
Yes,
clear.
we buy beer. We have money.
We sold, and I air quote that. We sold all of that.
I was there for the selling of the beer.
So the party can get trashed. I think we're gonna end it a little bit early tonight, just because we're probably gonna be spending an entire session on the tournament, and I think it's a good place to stop before that. So we can start getting in the middle of these.
So
We still have another night, don't we?
But before we go, I do want to say what I want to skywrite when I learn it. Is I want to ritual cast it, which takes me 10 minutes, and for 1 hour it floats in the sky. I want to say advertise here, and then right under that, Walter the White Wizard.
Hey!
All right, you can do that. I assume that are spell specifics of skywrite, but it's too funny not to let happen. So yeah, you can start advertising your skywriting abilities. And are you gonna? You do realize that you just wrote advertise here and didn't tell them where to inquire.
That's why dash Walter the White Wizard is underneath it.
Yeah, that's like if I were to like put out a notice. Like let's say I wanted a help wanted sign and I put it out and I just wrote like Ben on the bottom of it. Talk to Ben. Or just posted it on the street.
It's hard to write in the sky. I can't write too many words. It's about as far as I can go.
Yeah, he has a limit on how many actual.
I assumed. And you know what? Make a perception check before we get off.
And no one cared that your name was written up there. What?
Good old average.
You know what would be funny? You see that? What if you fucking wrote some shit to your ex in the sky? He's like, fuck you, and like punches him. He's like looking around. But you know, maybe. That's where we're gonna end it. Yeah, so did a lot of fun little town things today. Did a bit of shopping. I have the tournament stuff all prepared, but if we start that, it's better to get it all done in one session. So
yeah.
Unless anyone has anything
next session
specific they want to do, we can go ahead and end here.
Your boy's 18 AC now. Hey.
Nice with the shield, but see, but you don't get the two-handed axe though.
No,
you know even better.
You get the two-handed battle axe, which is a D10.
But you can't use that and the shield at the same time.
But I can discard the shield and attack recklessly and swing two-handed.
Okay, I'm with.
As a free action.
I can log in and stay logged in the whole game and not have my client crash one time.
Woohoo!
All right.
It is great to have you.
Yeah, that just happened, boys. Like that network patch, like unfucked my problems.
That's awesome because next session we're gonna have a lot of skill checks for each of you individually and a lot of narrative things, and then a lot of combat. So
hell yeah,
it's gonna be good to have you back, man. Glad shit's working out, dude.
Thank you, network patch.
Indeed.
You can only get Slack on board with that network patch.
Sorry if we didn't roleplay everything. I realized like an hour into this that you guys wanted to do too much stuff to roleplay everything. So I'm just like, all right, let's just get it done.
I mean, I would have been cool with like another hour of roleplay, to be honest.
So, yeah, no, the roleplay was fun. I think you picked the right ones to roleplay and the right ones to just say you get the thing that you're trying to buy. You know, like
Glad to know.
If you're just buying a healing potion, you don't have to role play the shopkeep. You know what I mean? Like it's just a healing, but just okay. It's 20 gold. Go. You know.
I like the fact
Like-
that you tried to
that.
overcharge me
Yeah.
after I tried to underpay him.
But then again,
I've never heard anyone say they likes trying to be taken advantage of until just now. Like,
So I tried to fuck him over. I knew I owed him.
No one
13
has
gold.
ever said that sentence ever.
I knew I owed him 13 gold, and I'm like, oh, I owe you 11, right? And he's like, no, you owe me 15. I'm like, it can't be more than 12. I'll pay you 13. We'll call it even, which is what I owed him.
and I really am advertising my Skyrate services.
Dude, oh my god,
I
we're
hope
gonna so
it's gonna
much
work.
gold.
I hope it's gonna work. See, look, you asked for something.
Garrett's determined to make the shittiest spell ever into a fucking money-making machine.
It's something. I'm gonna make it do something.
Look.
People say it sucks terribly bad, but you know what? I think it's got potential, and I think with the proper
Garrett.
RP application, it can be worth it.
Garrett,
Yeah. We're gonna be a skywriting
Garrett.
service guild.
10 words.
please look into your heart of hearts and see how shitty that spell is.
You're gonna say
And agree with us that it is
advertise
that shitty.
It costs
AC 13.
It costs
Hunter.
a second level spell unless you cast it like for the 10-minute thing, but generally without even ritual casting, it is a second level spell slot to put 10 words in the sky that will then be blown away by the wind.
Correct. Yep. If there's a strong wind, it's blown away. Yeah. A normal wind, it's like clouds in the sky, right? So, but I'm telling you, it's one of those things where everybody says it sucks, but they keep it in the book, so it's got to be there for a reason. I'm gonna figure out what that reason is.
Happily experiment with you. Walter, give me one thing tonight.
I mean, I think True Strike would disagree with you, but I admire you. At least this honestly has more potential than True Strike. So I say, you know what you should do is like you could cast like glyphs that mean something, like so like whole glyphs in combination, like that could say like enemy ahead, like, or you know what I'm saying? You could communicate with people like far and wide. If you created a system of like a glyph system, you could just bang, 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 and someone far away could read it and transmit it on again. So like wizards could use that to fucking post office fucking shit. I don't know.
Or like calling your allies, like maybe you want to expose a noble or embarrass somebody. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of potential to it. It's going to
be very interesting to interact with, considering that this is very much a society that has air defense systems in place.
I like the idea that we get gold for every 10 minutes of Walter's time.
Well, that's what I'm going for with the advertise, right? Like, it's a
festival. You need to say advertise like AC 13, like Hunter's Guild or something like that.
Oh, that's
I know where to
call.
find us.
But I fucked up. I just signed it Walter like wizard.
And then you'd be like, who's Walter?
Your tag will change as you guys get promoted, because the AC is the first rank. It's Airfell certified, and then the certified is the lowest rank.
Can we get a PO box?
But I think we decided we're gonna just keep this as our gang name.
The AC 13s?
Yeah. We're gonna be like overranked, but be called AC 13.
Exactly.
Armor class means absolutely nothing to a person inside one of them.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter. It's just it's our first name. It's like our prison number, and we're just gonna take it. Like we didn't have a name, we couldn't agree. They said you're AC 131. We said AC 13, and then we just kept AC 13. Plus, it's 13, so it's cool or unlucky or cool. And both.
Are you in? Are we AC 13?
Yeah, AC 13.
Hell yeah. Dude, we're like a Mexican cartel now, dude.
I would like to point out I have AC 15, Walter. Get fucked.
Yeah.
Well, you're the overachiever of the group.
I'm AC 18, boys.
You can't skyrate, motherfucker. Try it.
Not yet.
Just try it. Try it once.
Wait. Skyright's level 2. I can't even multi-class and get it.
You will never take Skywrite. You're too smart for that.
You're right. I'll never take the damn spell. But
You will never take that.
Wait.
But the thing
Can I
is,
multi-class Warlock and get Eldritch Blast?
I mean, Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, so
Multi-class Warlock. Let's go.
I know,
you just can't use. You can't cast spells while you're raging, though.
Yeah, but I gotta cast a spell right before I rage.
See, what I'm dreaming right now is that sometime far in the future, we'll be fighting the big bad evil guy, and Skywrite will make a crucial difference at
It
a
won't, but it'll
at
be
an
fun on the
inflecting
way.
moment,
But if it did, it would be cool.
wouldn't it?
So at level 1 Warlock, you know 2 spells and 2 cantrips.
Yeah.
What? Dude, that's crazy to multi-class in.
Warlocks get their spell slots back every short rest, which makes
For
them
no
very
particular
still.
reason, please send me a message containing the information, like Walter the White Wizard's real information, like, you know, name and birthday, and or like family names.
Okay. So,
Something that's just never been decided, and it would be great to have as the DM.
so I mean, what like exactly are you looking for? Because, quite frankly, none. I mean, that stuff doesn't exist yet, but I can create it for you. I gotcha, but
for you.
what,
It's just
what info are you looking for? Kind of, right?
just general things like names and like how many kids you have, things like that, like names of your family. That's basically
Gotcha.
it. Just,
Okay,
I can
sure,
tell you what
sure,
people
sure.
are called and
So,
stuff.
yeah, immediate family and maybe like some. Okay, sure.
Probably just the immediate family is important, honestly.
Yep. I will send that to you.
Yeah, just no reason, just good to
I
have.
mean, it's not because Walter's a fugitive and maybe has a secret name and identity and doesn't want to
not
be identified by the
Walter
fucking
was
Arcanist Guild.
very forthcoming with his secrets on the first the first time you guys got here. So
Definitely not fugitive.
that wasn't something that you told everyone on like night 1. I would be a little more discreet, but
Look, all I'm saying is Walter trusts his fellow head fighters.
Walter, do you have?
I mean, fellow AC-13s. Look, I've been in some shit, and I may or may not have studied in the most prestigious institution in the city, and I may or may not have been blackballed out of that institution. Let's just say when we go in the arena, I'm gonna need to get a mask. Shit. I better get a mask.
Oh, well, why did we sell bear skin then? You could have worn a bear mask.
Oh, that's a good idea.
get Drax up. Drax seems to have a guy.
Yeah, Drax, hook me up with your mask vendor.
Oh, yes. Mask
Oh,
vendor.
very nice.
300 miles away.
I guess
He across desert.
I'm gonna multi-class warlock and I'm gonna take mage hand.
What? We're not leveling up. I mean, did we level up?
No, we're gonna level up after the competition, after we win the competition, right?
That's not guaranteed at all.
We're gonna win it. We're gonna win the competition. We're gonna level up. I'm gonna take poison spray. I'm gonna take mage hand.
Wow, you're just jumping
hold-
right out there, huh?
Hold on there, Boris. Do you have at least 13 in charisma?
I thought we ended this game already.
Do I need at least a 13?
You
in
need
charisma?
13 in charisma to become a warlock. It's in the multi-class table.
Oh, I have a 12 in charisma.
You have to have 13 in the class you're going to, and still retain 13 in your primary stat of your first class. I.e., you have to have 13 strength, and you have to have 13 charisma to go to a warlock.
I've never met someone who like multi-class before they got their second attack.
And plus, you want to get extra attacks.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, obviously. Here's the thing. I can take poison spray.
Well, here's the thing. Or you could have a second attack.
Or I can spray poison out of my hand.
It's not as
and
good
then
as you
pick
think.
stuff up with a magic hand.
It's not as good as you think.
So I will let you know. You can do whatever you want. Poison spray is a bottom tier cantrip.
No. No, it's better than Mage Hand.
Mage Hand is actually one of the best cantrips.
The best
Wait,
cantrip
is it?
in the game is Eldritch Blast,
I
and then
think
Mage
so.
Hand.
I think Eldritch Blast is by far the best cantrip in the game.
I disagree, but that's only because I like prestidigitation more than
You're-
anything else.
But you're not a
You gotta
warlock.
clean yourself up, guys. Make sure you look good.
When you're a warlock, you care about one thing: your flavor of Eldritch Blast.
Only one good spell, and it's Eldritch Blast and maybe Misty Step.
I mean, if you go as Hex,
wait.
He's not a cantrip. Eldritch Blast is a cantrip, and it's a pretty fucking rad one.
Yeah.
I think
It is.
combat-wise, it's definitely the best. Following it would be Firebolt, but it's still not as good as
Well, the thing is, Firebolt, a lot of things resist fire, but almost nothing resists force
Toll the
damage.
Dead is also really,
Well,
really good.
so here's the thing: it's ranged though. If you want a melee, you'd go to the Skag stuff, the Flame Blade, and the
And the
the
new
wind
one, the
fucking
snapping
stuff.
sting is
Booming Blade,
also
Green
really
Flame
good.
Blade, that shit. But that's all melee, you know.
Or
It's also the only cantrip that gets you additional attacks instead of additional dice.
hear me out. You can spray poison in people's face.
okay, you should read what Poison Spray actually does. They make a Constitution saving throw. Or actually, they make a Dex saving throw, because they dodge out of the
After
way.
you spray poison in their face.
They dodge out of the way. And if they dodge, they take no damage.
But
Versus
have you ever
making
had
an attack
poison
roll.
sprayed in your face.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to spray poison, and you know what? If that's what he's all about, I say that's the way he feels like he's got to go. He
Mhm.
wants to spray poison in someone's face. Sometimes man's just drawn to it.
Right. So, anyways, I'd say it's unfortunate that Boris can't go, because he's got 12 charisma.
You also remember, Boris, that like on the spell when it says you reach level 5 and you get to upgrade it, that's level 5 in the spell casting. It's not
Right.
level 5 overall.
Right, I know.
As long as you know.
Trip.
But I will say, having Eldritch Smite is amazing.
Eldritch Smite? Well, I don't want any concentration stuff.
It's not a concentration.
not
All
really
it's
useful for
literally
me.
it's a better it's the Warlock Hexblade version of Divine Smite as a paladin.
Basically, how
Oh.
smites work is you get to hit something, and then you get to decide whether to smite after you hit.
It consumes a spell slot, but it does it at the maximum level of that spell slot. And since Warlock's spell slots level up, instead
Yep.
of getting multiples, then it's still pretty great. And it's like when you have a 5th level spell slot, it does 68 damage.
If you would like to multi-class as well into Warlock at some point, at like maybe after you've had a point increase and we're able
Yeah.
to raise that point,
I think canonically, I think it would make more sense for Walter to teach me some wizard stuff than me to just like become.
we can have a talk because based on the backstory stuff for you, we could probably work out a Warlock patron based on your past.
Right.
And I'll talk to you about that if that's something you really want to consider. That is something that can easily be worked into your story based on what
But
we've discussed.
I think that's a little bit off because obviously I'm taking the second attack.
So hold on. Walter's got the family homework. Boris, what's your homework?
My what?
Your homework. Something you were expected to complete before next game.
Oh.
He needs to look up poison spray and realize why it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys realize I played Warlock that had poison spray, right?
One thing I would suggest is maybe Boris should come up with some rules for brewing. Like What does he have to do?
I
What does he
found
have to
some
pay?
rules I think I like.
No, like make it Boris's fucking job, you know. And if he comes back and says I roll a 1 and I get a perfect brew, then
Boom.
stab him in the face.
That's how
But
brewing works.
yeah, but most likely he'll come back and be like, "Hey, check this shit out." Fa-sha-sha. And then you don't have to do fucking anything.
Well, you could just make multiple rolls, like for 3 weeks, once a week. So 3 rolls, and then just add them up, and then have a scale on how good the brew turns.
Oh, I literally just Googled better brewing rules, and some dude like had a guide that he wrote that looked really easy.
Yeah. So I believe Xanthar's it's like, what is it, like a couple of days, and
And you
it's
can
like I
brew like
get like
hundreds of
120
gallons.
beers or some
Yeah,
shit
it's
like
like
that.
ridiculous.
But
This
here's the
guy,
thing. It
So-
works out because money-wise, it's the exact same as brewing potions. They calculate it by how much value you can create in a certain amount of time, and it's supposed to be all even.
So you're just shitting out good stuff, like to keep up with the mages.
Well, no, it's like I can make 120 decent beers that are worth blah 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 a piece, and it's equivalent to somebody who made one potion in the same amount of time, you know? But it's like realistically, you're making the beers like fast as fuck. But on the other side, you know, it kind of makes sense for them if we're gonna like tone them down to be more realistic, that they'd be worth more. Or had the potential to be worth more, not necessarily worth more, but have the potential to.
Yeah, look at the rules that Ben just put out here.
Oh, okay.
It would matter to me.
ignore potions because you're not making potions.
Wait, what do you mean?
These rules also included some potion stuff, but you're not making potions when you're brewing. I don't think.
But see, I mean, like, isn't that just wow, spelling is interesting.
Yeah, whoever wrote this could not spell at all.
All right. But isn't, like, whether it's alcohol or something else, it's just a difference in your modifier, right?
Essentially. And
Yeah.
this is just base. We also want to work in, like, I want to give him the opportunity because no one in the history of D&D
This is why
used the
yeah, this
so
is
I wanna,
why
like, work in, like, maybe he can
Matt
like, use different stuff that he
go
gets from different
and
brewers.
figure out the rules for brewing and just make him do it, and he will come up with something cool, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, why do I feel like brewing should be more of a wisdom than an int thing? It's more like what people have shown you and what you've like learned about brewing versus like your theory.
No, that's not really. Wisdom would be knowing not to drink bad.
Brewing is like making bread, just like making cheese, just like making, beer. It's
Right, it's not like I'm trying to discover a new way to make it. It's like I'm trying to make it the way other people showed me how to make it.
Nature is and religion are intelligence checks because those
True.
are things that those are things that while you think of like a druid or being like one with nature, they don't actually know a lot about nature. They can't tell you like the genus of the plant or how it functions, but they're like, so that's why that's an intelligent thing. Brewing is a science.
All right, guys. I'm gonna hop off.
Okay, go ahead. Good, thanks for playing.
Hey, good to see you, man.
See ya.
Glad you're feeling better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for not having COVID anymore.
Yeah, coronavirus survivor. You should get a T-shirt.
Yeah, I still have.
Oh my god!
I still have a
You
cough.
and Trump, dude.
No, I doubt he's fully recovered.
Smokes. Glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.